Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Aromacup.com. Thank you so much for joining me here again in my virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. Today I'm going to be talking about a cool accessory to add to your at-home coffee shop, one that I think is always very important, a good coffee grinder. I'm going to be talking about the Bodum Bistro coffee bean grinder and just show you a little bit of how we can use it and how quick and easy it is to make use of this. So let's dive right in and talk about it. Alright guys, so the Bodum Bistro coffee grinder is one that a lot of us are probably familiar with. We've seen these probably in a friend's house or something like that. You may even have one a lot like this. Now this is one of the newest models of the Bodum Bistro coffee grinder that I have right here. It's very straightforward and easy to use, but it's a really great accessory to have in your at-home coffee shop. Real easy to use. It's got this lid right here, and the lid doubles as the button for causing to grind coffee. Inside of the unit, you have these stainless steel blades. And those stainless steel blades, again, very, very important because grinding up coffee is not as easy as it might seem, guys. It must be ground to a very specific grind in order to get a good brew of coffee. So it's important that you've got a coffee grinder with nice, good, sharp blades. There's not a whole lot that you're going to actually maintenance inside of this machine, which is really great. All you need to do when you're done using it is brush it out. So, comes in many different colors, which is great. The one I have right here is off-white. The outside of it is a little bit rubberized, and this is good because when you're grinding, you're actually going to want to be hanging on to the unit and pushing the lid down. So that's definitely an important thing to remember. You can grind as little or as much coffee as you want. You can use any coffee beans that you would like as well. And the other cool thing about this is you can use this for spices. So if you have various spices and you want to grind them up and use them in cooking or something like that, you can do that. You can even mix some of those spices in with your coffee and make an awesome customized spiced coffee drink. So let me show you guys how this is used. It's really, really simple. Just has one power plug. Make sure that that's plugged in, of course. And then take some beans. I've got here good old Joe from Trader Joe's, these whole coffee beans. And I'm just going to go ahead and just pour some in. In my case, I'll go just about to the outer rim of the stainless steel inside of the unit right here. That should be about all I need. It's all going to depend, of course, on how much coffee you're going to be making. If you're making a lot of coffee for friends or something like that, add more beans. When you're all done with that, just take the lid and pop it on. Now you're going to notice nothing is happening yet, and that's because I actually need to depress the actuator button right here. So I'm going to hang on to the unit, and that's where the rubberized outside comes in really handy. I'm just going to press the button down. Now something that I should mention here, guys, is that you should not run the Bodum Bistro coffee grinder for more than 60 seconds at a time. If you do that, you can overheat the motor. So if you're trying to get a very, very fine ground of coffee, make sure to not overrun this motor. Give it a little break, kind of like I did just now. And you can, of course, tell because of the clear acrylic top, you can see how fine of a ground you've created with your coffee. Again, if you don't want your coffee ground too finely, you don't need to grind it for very long. But remember, this is not a very grind selectable unit. We've talked about other Bodum grinders in the past where you can select a certain ground of coffee. With this unit, you're either going to need to just decide how long you want to grind, or you're just going to be creating a nice fine ground of coffee to be used in just about any coffee machine. So when you're all done, you're all set. Now all you need to do is brew your coffee in your French press or any other unit you might be using. I'll go ahead and show you guys what I've just made here. So this is nice. It's still got a little bit of coarseness to it. I could probably actually even keep grinding this maybe a little bit longer if I wanted to. But this is going to work really nicely in a drip coffee machine, a drip style machine. You can see how easy it is to make use of a unit like this Bodum Bistro coffee grinder. And then you can always just keep the lid on in order to keep the grounds that are in there fresh. But if you're going to keep them for a little while longer than just over the course of the day or something like that, make sure to put them into a container and just store it in a cabinet in a nice dark place. Don't put your coffee into the refrigerator, guys. Remember, that is it's a myth. Don't keep your coffee in the refrigerator. It's not so good for it. So there's a quick overview of the Bodum Bistro coffee grinder for you guys.